children? How are you all feeling? Are you all feeling good to be in church? Okay, can someone tell me something interesting that happened this week? Because we've all been on holiday. Anything interesting happened? Can anyone think of anything? The front?
Our cousin came to visit us.
Who?
Our cousin.
Our cousin came to visit us. Okay, so we thank God. That's a good thing. And so, can someone remind me what we learned last week? The story we did last week. I'll give you a clue. It's my name. My name is a clue. Can you remember what we learned? Alina? Yeah, we did about Joseph and the cultural court. And what was the lesson that we could learn from that story? James? Good, to not be jealous and to love and respect. Okay, so the story we're doing this week is about a man called Saul, and he later converts to the name Paul. So a long time ago, there was a man named Saul who was involved in the deaths of many Christians, including a man called Stephen who was stoned to death. So if you can imagine a stone, we all know what a stone is. So if you can imagine a man called Stephen, he had to stand there and he was stoned. People would throw many stones at him until he died. So would you say that this man Saul was a good person or not? He wouldn't. Can you tell me why he isn't a good person?
Well, because he was killing God's people.
Yeah, good. That's a good answer. Because he was killing God's people. And after the death of Stephen, Christians in Jerusalem suffered so much that many left to find new places to live, and some travelled north to the city of Damascus. Saul went to the high priest and asked for papers giving him permission to go to Damascus and arrest any belonging to the way. That's what the Christians were known as. And the papers were handed to Saul, and he set off to Damascus, making murderous threats about those who believed in Jesus. So, if you were a Christian in that time, and there was someone that was after you trying to kill you, would you be scared? You wouldn't be happy or anything, would you? No, you wouldn't. And that's what Saul was doing. He was going after these Christians. And as he got near to the city, suddenly a light from heaven flashed around him, and he fell to the ground, and he heard a voice. Saul, Saul, why do you persecute me? Who are you, Lord? Saul asked. I am Jesus, whom you are persecuting, the voice replied. Now get up and go into the city, and you will be told what you must do. Now I'd like a volunteer with a big voice.
The men travelling with Saul stood there speechless. They heard the sound but did not see anyone. Saul got up, but when he opened his eyes, he could see him.
Okay, so at this point, God had seen what Saul was doing, and he wanted to put a stop to it. So he had spoke to Saul, and he blinded him. And so the men who were there, they were speechless because they'd heard a voice, but they didn't see anyone. And after this, because Saul couldn't see, they led him into the city of Damascus. And for 3 days, Saul was blind, and he didn't eat or drink anything. In Damascus, there was a disciple named Ananias. The Lord called to him in a vision. Ananias. Yes, Lord, he answered. Go to the house of Judas on Straight Street and ask for a man named Saul. He is praying. And in a vision, he had seen a man named Ananias come and place his hands on him to restore his sight. Lord, Ananias answered, this man has harmed your holy people in Jerusalem. So Ananias here, he was worried about Saul because he'd harmed God's people, and Ananias, he was a person of God. And he has come here with authority from the chief priest to arrest all who call on your name. But the Lord said to Ananias, go, I have chosen Saul to proclaim my name, not only to the Jews, but Gentiles and their kings. I will also show him how much he must suffer for me. Caitlin, would you like to read?
Ananias went to the house and placed his hands on Saul. Brother Saul, Jesus who appeared to you on the road as you were coming here, He has sent me so that you may see again and be filled with the Holy Spirit. Immediately something like scales fell off Saul's eyes and he could see.
So now that Saul, he'd been filled with the Holy Spirit and he was able to see, do you think he was happy or not? Can you tell me why he was happy? Good, because he could see again after being blind for a long time. And Saul got up and he was baptized, and after taking some food, he regained his strength. And so Saul, he spent several days with the disciples in Damascus, the very people that he wanted to arrest. And immediately Saul began to preach in the synagogues that Jesus is the Son of God. So if you were a Christian and Saul, he'd been targeting you and now he was preaching, how do you think the Christians would have felt? Elena?
Confused.
They'd be confused. Can you explain why?
Because they're running away from him, but now he's coming to meet them.
Good, they were running away from him and now he was preaching. And those who were listening, they were astonished and asked, isn't he the man who caused so much trouble for the Christians in Jerusalem and came to arrest them? And Saul powerfully explained to them that Jesus is the Messiah, and a few days later, Jews who were against Jesus plotted to kill Saul. They kept watch at the city gates hoping to kill him, but Saul learned of their plans. And Saul's followers then took him by night and lowered him in a basket through an opening in the wall so he could escape. James, read that to you.
Saul returned to Jerusalem where he tried to join the disciples, but they were all afraid of him, not believing that he was really a disciple.
Okay. And however, Barnabas explained that Saul was now a Christian and how he preached in Damascus that Jesus is the Son of God. So the apostles welcomed Saul, who started speaking boldly about Jesus in Jerusalem. However, when he started telling Jews who had adopted the Greek language and culture about Jesus, they tried to kill him. So to protect Saul, the believers took him to the home city of Tarsus. And lastly, the church in Judea, Galilee and Samaria enjoyed a time of peace, encouraged by the Holy Spirit, and it grew in numbers. So this is the end of the story, and it teaches us as children that we should always pray for guidance from God. And because Saul, before God spoke to him, he did very bad things. Can you tell me the bad thing that he did, James?
He killed a lot of Christians.
Yeah, he killed a lot of Christians, and so as a result, the people, they were scared of him and they fled. So I'm going to ask you a few questions as to what we know about the story. What was the name of the man who was stoned to death? Alina?
Stephen.
Good, it was Stephen. And what happened to Saul after God spoke to him? Okay. Yeah, he was blinded. And was Saul a good person before God spoke to him, James?
No, because he was killing people.
Good. No, because he was killing people, Christians. And so what did Saul change his name to? Yeah. Good, he changed his name to Paul. And how did the Jews feel when Saul began preaching after he'd been killing the Christians? Yes? Pardon? Yeah, they were astonished. And what did they plot to do to Saul? Good, they plotted to kill him. And was Saul a good person by the end of the story? May I know if you think he was a good person by the end of the story? Okay, can you explain why? Yeah, because he listened to God now, he wasn't killing the Christians. And that's the end of the children's story. Who would like to pray for us? I would, James, you can pray.
Our Father, thank you for bringing us to church today. Please, Lord, bless us as we move brothers and girls, and please, Lord, guide us through such a way. Please, Lord, help us to always pray for guidance when we go from you. And please, Lord, provide us with everything we need. Thank you, Lord, for blessing us with the children's story. Amen.
Thank you, legal boys and girls. You may go back to seats.
Jesus loves the little children, all the children of the world. And the color is just right, they are precious in His sight. Jesus Jesus loves the little children of the world.